What happens when two of Marvel's most powerful women finally go head-to-head? On one side, you have Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch, a woman who can bend reality, use chaos magic, and basically turn the rules of the universe against you. And on the other side, you have Jean Grey, a powerful telepath, an incredibly strong telekinetic, and when the Phoenix Force enters the picture, someone who becomes an entirely different level of threat. So if these two actually fought, who wins, Scarlet Witch or Jean Grey? Well, this one is actually a lot closer than you might think. Let's break it down. First, let's talk about Wanda. Wanda isn't just someone who throws red energy blasts at people. That's probably the biggest misunderstanding about her character. Her real advantage is chaos magic. And that's terrifying because Wanda doesn't necessarily have to beat you physically. She can change the situation itself. Matter, energy, space. Even reality can become part of the fight. And we've already seen just how dangerous she can become when she completely loses control. That's what makes Wanda so unpredictable. You could be stronger than her physically, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're winning. Because what do you do when your opponent can basically change the rules of the fight? That's the problem with Scarlet Witch. But now, let's talk about Jean Grey, because Jean has one major advantage that Wanda can't simply ignore: her mind. Jean is one of Marvel's most powerful telepaths. She can read minds, communicate mentally, attack someone's mind, create psychic defenses, and use telekinesis in ways that go way beyond simply lifting objects. And that's important here, because if Jean gets into Wanda's head before Wanda can use her powers properly, the entire fight could change in seconds. But then we have the biggest question of this entire matchup. What happens when Jean has the Phoenix Force? Because at that point, we're not really talking about the same Jean anymore. The Phoenix takes Jean's power to another level entirely. And this is where I think a lot of people underestimate Jean. Without the Phoenix, I'd actually give Wanda a very serious chance. Wanda's reality manipulation is just too dangerous. But Jean with the Phoenix? That's when things get scary. Now imagine the fight. Wanda attacks first. Red chaos magic starts filling the battlefield. Jean doesn't even move. She just gets inside Wanda's mind. Wanda tries to change reality. Jean uses telekinesis to stop her. Wanda pushes back. Jean pushes harder. And suddenly, this isn't a normal superhero fight anymore. It's basically a battle between reality manipulation, psychic power, and cosmic energy. And honestly, there isn't an easy answer. If we're comparing their abilities one by one, Wanda probably has the advantage when it comes to pure reality manipulation. That's her biggest weapon. Jean, meanwhile, has the advantage in telepathy and, with the Phoenix, cosmic level power. So let's make this simple. Reality manipulation, Wanda. Telepathy, Jean. Telekinesis, Jean. Chaos magic, Wanda. Cosmic power, Jean, if we're talking about the Phoenix. And overall destructive potential. That's where things get really complicated, because both characters have versions of themselves that are ridiculously powerful. But here's my take. If we're talking about Scarlet Witch versus Jean Grey without the Phoenix Force, I would actually lean toward Wanda. She's too unpredictable, and her ability to manipulate reality gives her a massive advantage. But if Jean has the full Phoenix Force, I'm giving that fight to Jean, and I don't think it would be easy. Wanda could absolutely hurt Jean. She could potentially change the battlefield, disrupt her attacks, and use chaos magic in ways Jean wouldn't expect. But Phoenix-powered Jean is operating on a much bigger scale. And that's the difference. So if I had to rank them at their absolute strongest, Scarlet Witch is one of Marvel's most dangerous reality manipulators. But Phoenix Jean Grey? That's a whole different monster. And honestly, this is exactly why I want Marvel to eventually give us a proper version of this matchup. Because imagine seeing Wanda's chaos magic going up against the Phoenix Force on the big screen. That wouldn't just be a fight, that would be an event. But now I want to know what you think. If Scarlet Witch and Phoenix Jean Grey fought at their absolute strongest, who wins, Wanda or Jean Grey? Drop your answer in the comments, and don't just say the name. Tell me why